Assalamualaikum. My name is Nuswaila binti Muhammad Ali. So today I will explain about the DFT of production cycle of ASI Textile Sdn Bhd. So based on this DFT, the production cycle starts from the sales department. The sales department provides the customer order information, while the inventory file provides the current inventory level. So both information will flow into process 1, which is to review customer order information and inventory level. So after reviewing the customer order and inventory level, the process will produce MPS data, which is then stored in the master production file. So this file contains the production information needed for the next process. And then for the next information from the master production file is transferred to process 2, which is prepare bills of material. So in this process, the company identifies the materials required for production and prepare the bills of material file. So the bill of material shows the quantity and types of material needed to produce the product. Then the material information is sent to the process 3, which is issue material requisition form. So this process prepares the material requisition form based on the production requirements. So the form is sent to the purchasing department to request materials and to the store room department, which is to prepare and issue the required materials. So we'll continue from the previous slide. Okay, so the material transferred from the storeroom department will then go into the process 4, which is process of production. So during this stage, the company carries out the production process. So if additional materials are needed during production, an additional material request will be made and sent back to the material file, which is on the previous slide. Okay, so at the same time, the employee information from the production process flows into process 5, which is record amount of time spent by the employees. So this process records the employee's working time through the job time ticket. The job time ticket is then sent to the accounting department for cost recording, and also the information is also stored in the job time ticket file. So after the production process is completed, the finished goods will then move to the process 6, which is store finished goods. So the design and color information of the finished goods are stored in the design containers file. And then the completed products are finally transferred to the warehouse. So overall, this DFT shows the movement of information, documents, and materials throughout the Yasa textile production cycle, starting from the customer's orders until the finished goods are stored.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nuruddin Nanisa and I will be explaining about the first process of the revenue cycle, which is the sales order entry. Okay, so first the process begins when the customer places an order for goods either through online, phone, email or physically. Then the sales department will receive the order and review all the information, which includes the customer details, requested products, quantities, payment terms and any special requests. Then the company will check whether the requested goods are available in the inventory and can be supplied according to the customer's requirements. Meanwhile, for credit sales, the company will evaluate the customer's payment history and credit limit before approving the order in order to reduce the risk of bad debts. Next, after the order is verified, the staff will enter all the order details into the sales order system or documents, where each order will be given a unique sales order number. After that, the completed sales order will be reviewed to ensure that all information has been recorded completely and accurately before processing. Next, the sales order approval should be obtained from an authorized staff to ensure that the order complies with the company policies. Lastly, once the sales order has been approved, copies are sent to the warehouse, shipping and accounting department so that they can start doing the order preparation, delivery and invoicing.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Ashiatuda and I will be presenting on shipping process. After receiving the authorized and approved sales order from the sales and warehouse department, the staff from the shipping department will first verify that the goods picked by the warehouse match the details in the sales order. This includes the product type, quantity, and information of the customer. This ensures that the correct goods will be delivered to the customer. After the verification process, the shipping department prepares crucial documents such as bill of lading, packing slip, and delivery order. These documents provide details on the shipment and function as proof that the goods are being correctly delivered to the customer. Then the goods are properly packaged to protect them from any damages during shipment. Next, the shipping department dispatches the goods by handing them over to a delivery or carrier service. After the shipment has been made, the shipping department records the shipping details and updates the records of inventory to show the reduction in current stock. The shipping notice is also sent to the billing department to prepare and issue an invoice to the customer. This guarantees that the company can accurately invoice the customer for the goods shipped.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Ayashkin and I will be talking about company's billing process. So first of all, the cycle kicks off immediately after a sales transaction is completed and the goods have been delivered or services have been successfully provided to our customer. From there, the billing department takes over, preparing an invoice by gathering crucial information from sales order, delivery notes, or service records. Next, all relevant charges are calculated. This include the baseline or service cost, taxes, shipping fees, and any applicable discount. Once the calculations are finalized, a detailed invoice is generated, clearly outlining the product description, quantities, unit price, and the total amount due. This invoice is then dispatched to the customer through mail, email, or an electronic invoicing system. Simultaneously, to keep our books accurate, the invoice is recorded in the accounts receivable system, which update the customer's outstanding balance. But the job doesn't end at sending the invoice. The billing department actively tracks unpaid invoice and monitors customer account to ensure timely payment. Once the payment is finally received, the transaction is marked as completed and the business successfully converts its sales into collected revenue. Throughout the entire process, business rely heavily on internal controls and automated billing system. These are vital to ensure numerical accuracy, reduce human errors, and seamlessly comply with accounting and tax regulations.
Hi, my name is Siti Nur Alia Natasha binti Muhammad Rizwan, and now I will explain about the cash collection process. So the process begins when a customer purchase any goods or service in credit. Then the customer can choose to pay whether with debit card, credit card, cash, or any electronic payment service out there. So once the payment has been made, the company needs to check and verify whether the amount is the same as the customer outstanding invoice, and also whether the amount is the same as the account receivable balance. This verification is important to make sure that there is no mistake made, and also all payments are recorded accurately into the customer's account. If there are any mistakes such as underpayment, overpayment, or no identified payment, the company needs to investigate and solve it first before update it. So once the payment has been verified, the company needs to update and record it into the company accounting system and also into the customer's account. The money also will be deposited into the company's bank account. In conclusion, an effective cash collection helps to maintain healthy cash flow, reduce bad debt, and also make sure all the payments will be recorded accurately into the accounts. Thank you.
Now, based on the weakness identified in the case given, I will explain the risk of not using pre-numbered sales orders and the corrective action to address this weakness. Okay, so one of the main risks is that since the sales order number is assigned manually, the numbering may not follow a proper and continuous sequential order. Hence, employees may not notice if an order has been gone missing. As a result, customer orders may be overlooked and not be processed, invoiced, or delivered to them. This can lead to customer dissatisfaction and sales and revenue loss. Okay, so to address this weakness, the company can implement a computerized system that automatically generates the sales orders in a sequential order. This is where the system will record the sales order and automatically give each one of them a unique sales order number, making it easier for employees to trace them. In addition, all the sales orders will be properly recorded and stored safely in the system, preventing sales orders from being misplaced or lost as they are stored electronically.
So now let's talk about the risk and corrective actions for the lack of authorization and inventory checks before processing orders. So first, let's look at the risk detail on the left side. Customers inherently expect their orders to be fulfilled within the promised time frame. When a company accepts an order without checking stocks and subsequently fails to deliver products on time due to supply gaps, it directly damages the company's reputation and erodes customer trust. For corporate clients, consistency is everything. If these delivery issues happen repeatedly, clients won't hesitate to switch to our competitors, leading to a direct loss in the market share. To mitigate this, let's look at the corrective action, which is for the solution is straightforward but strict. The company must require sales staff to formally verify stock levels with the warehouse before confirming any customer's order. This simple procedural checkpoint ensures that orders are only accepted when inventory is physically available. Alternatively, if there is a shortage, it allows us to inform customers about delivery delays upfront. Managing expectation proactively is always better than apologizing for a missed deadline later. And by tightening these internal controls, we secure our revenue pipeline and protect our brand reputation.
Next, I will be presenting on the risk and corrective action of the sales clerk verbally instruct the warehouse keeper to issue goods. There are a few risks, but one of them is goods may be issued without proper authorization. When instructions are given verbally, the warehouse keeper has no documented proof that the goods were actually authorized. There is a possibility that a dishonest clerk could instruct the warehouse to hand over goods for personal use or to an unauthorized customer. The corrective action for this is to require the warehouse keeper to request a formally approved sales order or picking ticket before goods can be released. This is for evidence purposes and provides a proper audit trail for future verification. Warehouse personnel should only act upon written or system-generated documents approved by management.
Okay, so I will explain for the risk and corrective action for billing officer for managing customer collection and also update the accounts receivable ledger. So the risk is misappropriation of cash. So Rahma, she is alone when handling the receiving payments and also record the payment. Okay, so therefore, since no one check her work, she might be take part of the money and then record the real money at a lower amount without being detected. So for example, if a customer pays 2,000, but Rahma may record only 1,500. Okay, so the remaining 500 she will keep. Okay, so for the corrective action, the company should do implement segregation of duties. Means that different employees should handle different works. So for example, one employee should receive customer payments, while another employee should be responsible for recording the transaction into accounts receivable. Or if the company lacks of worker, they may employ a new one. So therefore, this can reduce the chance of fraud and allows only one employee to check another employee's work. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Siti Nur Natasha binti Muhammad Rizwan, and now I will explain about the issue, risk and the corrective action. So the issue is the billing officer only check on the sales order and also the invoice, but did not check on the shipping document. So this problem may create a risk which the payment may be processed, but there is no evidence that the goods which are customized office furniture has been delivered to the customer. As a result, the payment may be recorded but the goods were never shipped. So this will lead to unreliable financial record and also inaccurate account receivable balance. So to reduce the risk, the officer can compare and check between these three documents, which are sales record, shipping document, and also invoice. So the sales order will confirm the customer request. The shipping document will show the evidence that the goods have actually been dispatched. And lastly, the invoice will show the amount that actually billed to the customer. So if there are any errors or mistakes made between these documents, the officer can solve and investigate it first before record the transaction. So this verification process will help the customer to only record a valid and complete transaction, and this will help to improve the accuracy and also the reliability of the financial record of the company. Thank you.